Tell.
Okay, guys, thanks so much for hopping on. It is June 16th. It is our weekly team call, and I am numb and cannot talk, so I'm not talking long. So I am going to introduce our speaker today. I love her. She's amazing, and I am very excited for all of you to hear her story. She is extremely proof of overcoming obstacles. I cannot talk. So LeeAnn is a one-star diamond coach, and I don't know how long you've been a coach.
It'll be 3 years in July.
Wow.
I know.
Isn't that crazy? It just flies. I mean, some people, I didn't realize they were a coach that long either, but of course she is a mama too and busy like the rest of us, and she's doing awesome things. So thank you, LeeAnn, so much I know it's the middle of the day in summer and you have kids, and I know it's not easy to make time, but you're here, so I appreciate that very much. So if you are ready, I will mute.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. All yours.
Thank you so much for having me, Jamie. I really appreciate it. Thanks for asking me. I am so happy to share my story. It's one that is obviously very close to me, but it also is something that has made me the person that I am today that I wasn't 6 years ago. Excuse me. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about that first. So like Jamie said, I'm a mom of two. I have two boys. Jack is 9 and Cooper is 7. They keep me very busy. They are in, I think, every sport possible. And as a single mom, it gets difficult running them around. So, but I have been able to do things that I never imagined I would be able to do since I started as a coach. So my backstory, I started as a coach in 2013. And I'll get into that a little bit more in just a few minutes. But in 2011, our lives were shocked and rocked to the core. January 24th, 2011, my husband Jason passed away. And it was very sudden. Unfortunately, he decided to take his own life. So one day he was here, and we were a family of 4. And then less than 24 hours later, he was gone. And he did everything for our family. Everything. He paid all the bills. He took my oldest son to school. He mowed the grass. He, did everything. And when I say everything, I mean, literally, I kind of feel like that I didn't do anything as a wife. I was lost. And I had no idea how, as an instant single mom, that I was going to be able to raise a just turned 4-year-old and a just turned 2-year-old. So the boys were very young when all of this happened. And, not only do I have to worry about, taking care of myself, but obviously they come first. And I didn't know how I was going to get through it. I mean, when you are a police officer and you die in the line of duty, you get everything. I mean, your funeral expenses are taken care of. You have health insurance for the rest of your life. You have life insurance. I mean, Jason always said, and we can laugh about it now because, it's been a while, but he was like, if I ever die, get shot or something like that, you're going to be a millionaire, because literally you get paid tons of money, if you die in the line of duty. But if you don't get any of that. So you are responsible for the funeral expenses, no health insurance. And they do not do the same type of funeral for someone who does not die in the line of duty. And that could be even if you die of a heart attack at home. So, so I was frustrated not only with the police department, but, I just was at a loss. And I'm like, how the heck am I going to get out of this and be able to be the mom that I want to be? I know that I can be. So, months went on, and I was obviously very depressed. sad. I didn't want to get out of bed, but I knew I had to. But I was comforting myself with nothing but food. And, I wish that I could say that it was carrots and celery, but unfortunately it was shit that I was eating. Not literal, but just like mac and cheese and pizza, I was eating like a child. But I wasn't active like a child, so I had weight coming all over the place. So I talked to Christine. I knew her because she and my sister-in-law were roommates in college. And so I knew her. She was a part of our family, gosh, me growing up. So, I trusted her. And she talked to me about getting a workout. And so I bought Turbo Fire. I was like, I don't want a challenge pack. I don't want Shakeology. I had tried it before in 2009 and canceled it because it was too expensive. I wasn't going to pay for it. And so I didn't do it when I first started with the workout. And then I was like, what the heck, and she asked me 3 different times to sign up as a coach. The first time she sent me a message, I didn't even respond to her. I was like, no way. Second time, I remember showing my sister-in-law and saying, I am not going to do this. Like, she must be crazy. I'm not going to sign up as a coach. So then it was like July 1st, I feel like, because it was right before we went on vacation. And we go every year around the 4th of July. She asked me again, and I was like, why not? Why not? I loved Shakeology when I did it before, and so this way I can just save money doing it. So then I was a coach and didn't do anything with it. And, Christine asked me, like, I really want you, I think that you can do this. I know you can do this. You have the personality for it. Let's do it. And I was like, okay, and I, wandered around and, I expected people to come to me, how do they not know that I'm a Beachbody coach? I'm not posting anything online. I'm not sharing anything. They don't even know I'm drinking it. So how would they know that I'm a Beachbody coach? But I expected them to come to me and ask me about those products. So I always say that I think that I am the longest person it ever took to rank advance, because it took me like 2 years, 3 months to advance to Emerald. I mean, it was ridiculous. And it wasn't because Christine wasn't pushing me, because she was. I mean, she was like, you can do this. All you need to do is sign up, 2 people. Why are you not doing this? And I can now appreciate her push for me, because it is. I mean, you just have to talk to people. It's not that hard. You have to follow up. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit today about, not so much about me anymore, but about what I did to overcome the obstacles that were in my way. My Lord, I could have quit before I even started. I didn't sell any challenge packs. I didn't have any coaches. I wasn't doing anything with it, but I saw the potential that was there. So I knew that I wanted to continue doing this. And I can say now I'm so glad that I did. And I tell everybody all the time, this is the best job that I've ever had. It's so rewarding, and it's not just the monetary rewards, but just the fact that you get to help people and you get to hear people say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for, introducing me to this. I feel so much better, so much healthier. I feel amazing. And that gives me goosebumps every time that I hear somebody, thank me for helping them. So let's dive into what I'm really here for. And that's to talk about what I did and what I still do to try to overcome negativity and just things that will get in your way. And if you don't, then if you can't tolerate those things, then you probably will end up quitting. And we don't want that. We don't want you to do that. We want you to be, successful and, rock star coaches. So the first thing that is on my list, and I think it's at the top of the list for a reason, is personal development. I thought personal development was a bunch of crap. I thought that I hate reading, first of all. But I was like, this is about like business stuff. Like, what do they have in there for me? But I read my very first book, GoPro, and that changed my mind. I was like, wow, maybe there is some something to this personal development stuff. I know it's a vital behavior, but I mean, I don't know. I don't love to read. So I have continued that, and I can tell, and I'm sure Christine can tell now too, because I tell her this all the time. When I am struggling, when I am not hitting Success Club, which is ridiculous, there's something going on, and it's because it's me. It's not anybody else. It's not, Susie can sell more challenge packs because she's prettier. It's not that. It's right here. It's because I'm not reaching out to anybody, and I'm not digging deep inside of myself to find out what is going on. And personal development always brings us back to that. It always brings us back to why we're here, and how we're going to get to what we want to achieve. And I tell all of my coaches all the time, personal development is where you need to start. And I always send them a book when they first sign up, because that is the key to this business, along with your workouts, obviously, Shakeology, and inviting and following up with people. I'm going to get into that more later. Number 2 is either create, if you have not created, or revisit your why. Like I said at the beginning, my why is the reason that I'm sitting here right now. I mean, I have such a strong why, because I know that, I want to send my kids to private school. I want them to be able to do whatever they want. I want us to, live in a giant house. I want to do all those things. But I'm not going to do that if I don't redirect and focus my attention back onto why I'm doing that. I want them to live a happy life. And, my friends say I always compensate because they only have me. They don't have like a normal family structure. And maybe that is, but if I am able to provide those things that they want, not necessarily they need, that makes me feel amazing. Every day I look at my why. It's on my computer as my screensaver. It's on my refrigerator. It's in my bathroom, everywhere, just so I can see it and reread it and reread it and reread it. And that always brings you back to why you're doing this. Why are you working so hard? Why are you sacrificing? And that's why. So make sure that your why is something that, you know and you can, relate to, but you're also sharing it. You've got to share that with people too, and let them know why you are working so hard and focusing and sacrificing on the things that, you'd rather be doing, but you're doing this instead. Number 3, I'll say this on each one of them, that it really hits home, but this one really does. I stop the comparison game. So this still gets under my, I still do this every once in a while, and I'm like, why? It is not doing anything to help me. I remember when I signed up as a coach. My neighbor signed up as a coach like that same week, and she hit Emerald like 90 days in, 120 days in, something like that. And I was like, what the hell? Like, why? Why is she doing that? And I also had a high school friend who was, who signed up as a Beachbody coach, and she had hit Diamond last year by Summit, and I was still Emerald, and I was livid. I'm like, I have been a coach longer than both of them, and here they are, rank advancing and moving their business forward, and, they're doing all these amazing things, and here I am, I'm stuck. And you can't do that. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like there's something in here. It's not them. It's not any of them, it is me. And I need to be, instead of hating on them for their success, I need to be congratulating them. Hating on somebody only brings us down. It doesn't bring them down. I mean, they shake it off, but it brings us down. And we don't want to do that. So a suggestion that I have done is unfollow everyone. If you have coaches that you love, I mean, I love Raina. I know Christine does too. I love Micah Folsom, love her. But just watching them and seeing them, get 700 Success Club points and sign 20,000 coaches a month. I mean, that's not me. I'm not going to do that. So you have to do that. You have to unfollow everybody. And if you want to see what they're doing, go look them up. It's not that hard. They're just not in your newsfeed. And so that is another way that you're not going to feel like everybody's becoming a Beachbody coach. I know that I've heard a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I've got 7 friends. And well, if you're friends with them on Facebook and that's, all the friends that you have, that's all you're going to see is Beachbody coaches. So unfollow those people, just have the people that that you can connect with through your newsfeed and connect with them. My 4th thing is put yourself in check. What are you doing? Are you doing everything that you should be doing? Are you inviting? I know when I was actually starting to work the business, I would message somebody and they'd message me back, and I'd never follow up with them. Like, really? Why would you not do that? Why would you not follow up with somebody when they've asked you, answered a question and, wanted more information on your product, and just never followed up with them? So, I got burnt so many times on that. I could list 4 people right now that I know that signed with other coaches because I didn't follow up with them. So that was a hard lesson that I had to learn. But you just need to take a look at yourself and make sure that you're following all those steps. If your coach is telling you to do something, they're telling you to do that for a reason. They've been there. We're not reinventing the wheel. We are telling you this because we want you to be successful. I tell my coaches all the time, I would love to see you blow me out of the water, hit 15-star diamond while I'm still sitting at 1 star. I would gladly welcome that. I want you to move past me. So that, you need to take a hard look at yourself. And sometimes we have problems with that. We don't necessarily love criticism. And I had to suck it up and lose the sense of pride, because we're just trying to help you. Your coaches are trying to help you. It's not that we think that, you're terrible. We wouldn't have asked you to do this if we thought you were terrible. We want you to be awesome. So check with yourself, put a check in. Number 5 is educate yourself. Educate yourself on the products. I mean, Christine and Rachel are like masters at Shakeology. So if I have questions, I go to them. And, if I don't know something, I'm going to look it up. I remember when I started, I would ask Christine all the time, like, what's this? What's that? Google it. And I was like, damn, like, she can at least help me. But no, seriously, Google is the easiest place to find questions or find the answers to your questions. And it's not, we're not being mean, but seriously, educate yourself. And then when you educate yourself on, all the products, and I'm not saying, I shouldn't say all the products, but like Shakeology, get educated on that, because you're going to get so much more confidence when you can talk to somebody about, how it helps you and, the energy that you're going to get and all the nutrients in it, that helps so much. So do that. And, what I think is cool is I will have, either my coaches or my upline, like, give me an off the wall question, like, that somebody might ask, that way you're ready for it. So if they throw you a curveball, you're ready for it. So that's just a good exercise. Get with your success partner and have them, you know, bounce questions back and forth off of each other and see where that gets you. Number 6 is be productive, not busy. And when I say be productive, not busy, you're not scrolling the news feed is not working. And I have my coach to thank for that amazing quote. But you know, something that I did this week, and it is amazing how much it has helped me, is I took all of my apps, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, moved them all in one folder and moved them to the very end of my phone. So I'm not getting notifications. I'm not seeing, you know, that red number at the top. I have it way at the back. So if I want to see it, I really have to look for it. I'm not just sitting there on my phone all the time. And once you are productive, you will see that you have more time. Like if you work full time, like I do, trying to find time to work is hard until you start prioritizing and getting organized. I am the most unorganized person ever. Thank you for Teamzy, because it has helped me with getting everything organized and my customers, coaches, everybody organized. And I know when to follow up with them. I don't have to scribble it on one piece of paper over here and then, you know, have Jack run off with it and color on it. You know, it's all in one place and it's online and they can't get to it, which is amazing. So if you aren't on Teamzy or you haven't, you know, signed up for it, do it. I'm telling you, it will turn your power hour into a power half hour because it just goes so quick. So definitely do that. There's, I don't even know where to go from an organization because Teamzy has really changed my life. So, and the last one that I have for you is be vulnerable. You know, when I first started posting, I would post stock photos from Beachbody, and then I would post a picture of me, or not me, no, just my Shakeology cup, or just like the DVD of the workout I was doing. And nobody cares about that stuff. Nobody wants to see that. Once I started really like showing me and showing I'm not perfect, you know, I don't have a beach body. I am, you know, a work in progress, and people love that. They want to see that. They don't want to see perfect. They want to see somebody that is similar to them, that they know can help motivate them along. I mean, by posting every day and being consistent, I have had so many more connections with that than, you know, people know what I do. People, you know, say, oh my gosh, you're so inspiring. I really appreciate you posting every day. Even if they don't want Shakeology or anything, you're still getting to them. And one day they will come around, I'm telling you. When I gave up, you know, what people thought of me, or, oh, what's this person going to say? Or, oh, is he going to make fun of me the next time? Because it's all happened to me. I mean, I've had guys that we tailgate with, they make fun of me all the time. Oh my gosh, you're doing another fitness post. I'm like, why are you mad about that? Like, I am bettering myself. So if you are going to bring me down about bettering myself, then that's on you. You know, you just have to let all of that go. You know, I said after Jason died, I said, you know, I always said that he left me with a purpose, and I never knew what it was. Like, I just knew it was to help people, and I didn't know in what capacity. I first thought it was mental health because that's where, I mean, that was my job before or after college for many years. And then, you know, we tragically lose him to mental health. So I was like, it's gotta be something like that. But this incorporates with mental health. My Lord, I mean, my depression is literally gone because of working out and, you know, being healthy and Shakeology and all of that. I mean, it's just something that I say all the time that this job has saved my life. And I truly mean that I am able to be here for my kids and will be here for my kids because of Beachbody. So I'm forever grateful. That's what I thought. Any questions?
That was awesome. And I'm glad you cut it off because I could feel it coming. I already see tears from a few, and you're amazing, LeeAnn. I don't think you realize truly how amazing you are, because I don't know very many people that can come back from something like that and do what you've done. And you're such a good mom. I mean, my gosh. I mean, you are such an awesome mom. I mean, those boys, yes, I know they definitely are missing something, but I mean, you're amazing. So just had to
Thank you.
Thank you. Your tips are great too. And I think especially for a new coach, these are awesome tips for new coaches to hear.
Yeah.
Because all of that are all things that they come in and don't understand, or the things they fear. I mean, that is it. It all is. But your last one, I think, is totally. I mean, first and last one.
Yeah.
Personal development and be vulnerable. Because I mean, how many times do we hear from our coaches that they are scared of what other people think? They're scared of what other people are saying about them. I hear that as a main reason why people don't become coaches, because they are too scared of what people are going to think because of posts that they are posting.
Right.
But I'm like, that's personal development. That's because you build confidence in your business. So, it just takes everybody some time to understand that and to see, and they're seeing coaches who are transforming, and they see that. So they see that in you, you're proof. I mean, my gosh, hello. Major proof. So thank you. Does anybody have questions while we're on here? Anybody want to add anything? Or
I do, and I'm going to cry. I'm sorry.
I told you you weren't allowed to cry.
No. Oh my gosh, I didn't know it'd be this bad. But my favorite thing that you said is that you have everywhere in your house your why, because I've noticed, I was talking to Jamie earlier, and LeeAnn, I think you and I talked about this yesterday, is that I feel people are so disconnected from their why right now. And that's why everybody is struggling so much. And so as soon as I get off here, I'm going to go and put my why everywhere. I just think that is like the most fascinating, awesome thing. Like, that is just awesome. So it's in your face, right? I mean, so I just, I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, and it helps that she's so darn funny. I mean, it's a big plus too. So you forgot to share that part, but that's it. Okay. Thanks. That's all.
I did forget to share that. I heard her sidekick. Who's up here.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like I'm on the Brady Bunch, but my sidekick is down below me anyways. And I really wanted her to come over and sit right behind me with her tiny hands.
You should have. That would have been good. Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Question? Okay.
Thanks so much for having me. What?
Like, is everybody okay if I take a screenshot?
Go for it.
Okay.
Look, me and my numb face.
Okay, everybody ready?
I have drool running down my face.
Right, okay.
I go to the dentist.
Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, got it.
I'm sure I was thinking,
Thank you.
Stupid face. That's all right. Okay. Thanks, guys, for hopping on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, chin up, forehead down.
Right. We're practicing.
I had pictures with my sister yesterday, and she's always like, lean forward, chin up, chin down.
Head forward towards me.